name is Sarah Love, and I came to Shades of Hope in November of 2007. And it was a long, hard journey, but I am so blessed and happy to say that I am living in freedom now. I am living in recovery, and I love life. And I really owe a lot of that to, number one, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and number two, to Shades of Hope. When I came in November of 2007, I was broken. I was so frightened of being alone. I didn't know who I was. I couldn't make simple decisions. And the only thing that I knew how to do was control my food. And the sad part was I didn't even really know that wasn't life. I thought that balancing calories and over-exercising was just the way to live. And Shades of Hope taught me a whole new way of life. I was welcomed with loving arms, and I wasn't treated like a queen or special. I was just treated with love and respect and support, and that's what meant the most to me. You see, I started this battle with anorexia when I was 13 years old, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I just remember feeling ugly and unattractive, and I wanted to be accepted. Shortly after the disease started, I had my first hospitalization at age 13, and that just led to a trail of 9 different treatment centers. In and out of treatment centers, weight would fluctuate vast amounts, and the end result was always that I would fall back into anorexia. I came near death several times throughout this journey, had several feeding tubes, and really I can't explain how frightening it is to hear my story, because I don't remember a lot of it, but people would tell me, "You're going to die." They told my family to plan my funeral, and it still did not click with me. And I think the difference for me when I came to Shades of Hope was that I was finally broken. My family had lost hope, resources, and just the energy to keep fighting. And I really had to hit bottom. We talk about that a lot at Shades, is when you hit your bottom. I really had to hit a bottom where this was it for me. You know, the family was not going to pay for another treatment. This was it. And so I got to Shades of Hope, and it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but one of the biggest blessings ever. And what meant the most to me at Shades of Hope was the complete process of healing. I, had intense treatment for a while, and then when I got stronger, they didn't just leave me. They had a transition house. I learned how to live on my own. And yes, I fell many times. I made a lot of mistakes. But that was the beauty of Shades of Hope. They were always there to support me, help get me back on track, and point me in the right direction of recovery. And I stayed, and I did the work, and I cried, and we laughed, and, eventually it was time for me to move on, to start my new life. And I was very frightened. I didn't really know what to do. I just knew I wanted to stay in recovery. And the best thing to me about Shades of Hope is I completed the program, and I've been out for over a year now, and I still can go back. They always welcome me with hugs and smiles, and I still feel that support that I did when I was there. I love the programs there. I love the fact that we have a meeting once a week for people like me who have already graduated the program, that we can come back and connect with people and just feel that camaraderie there that you don't feel out in the everyday world. I go once a week, and I get to see all the familiar faces and some new faces, and I also get to share my experience and my strength and my hope with maybe some of the younger ones or maybe some newer admins. And it's just an amazing feeling to be there and feel safe and most of all feel free. And I am so happy to say that today I am sitting in the chapel at Hardin-Simmons University, where I am a student working on my master's in counseling. And I owe all this to God, His grace, and to Shades of Hope, because they help me find my life back, they help me find joy, they help me feel and live again. And I am so grateful to everything that Shades of Hope ever did to me.